I love starting. And I love piloting.
Yeah. So again, dear Metanauts, dear ex-women, ex-men, and everyone in between, a very warm welcome to our X-Night March, our spring break edition. I hope wherever you are in the world, spring is already finding this way to you. And if not, we hope that this setting here will do its part to warm your hearts. We are gathering today in a truly inspiring environment, right by the sea, close to the shore, here in the Karls virtual retreat. A big thank you to our host and partner, the Karls Hochschule International University, for making this space available. Marlene, you are amongst us. You are the official representative of the Karls Hochschule. Please say hello to everyone. And yeah, thanks for making this possible.
Everyone. Hello. Nice.
And
Is it still possible to enroll at the Karls? I mean, a university at the shore? Come on.
For sure.
I'm in.
The shore of the River Rhine. And also big thank you to Engage, who supported us with a license upgrade, so we can welcome all of you here tonight, because we're expecting a crowd which is bigger than other X nights, which is great. So thanks also to you for joining this session at this point already. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Thomas Zorbach, and together with my team at VM People and a growing circle of collaborators around the globe, we organize IMMERSIVE X, the global XR festival in VR. What we are trying to do with IMMERSIVE X and with formats like this, like X Night, is to bring the XR community together on a regular basis, to connect, to exchange, and to explore what's possible in this still emerging space. And now, let's be honest for a moment, because these are not, as you know, the easiest times for XR, and especially not for VR. Many of you have followed what's been happening in the recent months. Big players pulling back. I don't want to mention any names here. Investment slowing down and uncertainties growing. But, and this is important to me, to us, for our team, we as IMMERSIVE X choose not to see this as the end of something. We see it as a challenge, and even more, as an opportunity. An opportunity to reclaim this space we call the metaverse. To steal it back from a company that was exploiting the term. To redefine what it is and to actively shape what comes next. And this brings us directly to the guiding theme of this year's IMMERSIVE X and to the focus of today's session. Marcos, please, next slide. Reclaim the future. At this point, I would love to introduce my wonderful co-host for today, co-founder of IMMERSIVE X and managing partner at Brands and Places, Anne Seubert. Welcome, Anne. Glad you're here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to join you tonight as we're starting earlier than ever to co-create the upcoming IMMERSIVE X in November. And yes,
true.
We've chosen a bold slogan, reclaim the future. Why did we so? As you said, Thomas, our present is shaped by overlapping crises and a growing sense of fear and uncertainty about what lies ahead. And when we look at the news, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, sad, helpless, discouraged, at least for myself and the people around me. So we thought about what to do and how to get us active and motivated and fuel the co-creation spirit that is in the DNA of Immersive X from the start, I'd say. Because we hesitate to think about tomorrow with fear and sadness. We would like to change our outlook into a positive one that is possible to create. But that, of course, requires some activism, some bravery, and companions. So we're happy you joined us today.
Woohoo!
And we believe, not only believe, we experienced that XR and immersive media can play a key role in this. They allow us to imagine, design, and actively shape what lies ahead. Immersive X is thus about reclaiming the optimism and agency. It's about creating positive visions for the world, for your industries, for your projects, and for yourself personally. And yes,
and even for the metaverse.
Here we go. So how do we do that? You got a plan, right?
Exactly. The plan. First, I'd like to mention that, yeah, I mean, this motto is really close to our hearts, and it's always a big endeavor, as you can imagine, to plan a festival like Immersive X. And yeah, this year we wanted to take a different approach than in the last year. And that fits to the motto, to the guiding theme of the festival, because of course you can somehow shape your own destiny, taking the destiny in your hands and somehow shape your own future. But to solve the challenges we all face, this is something we need to do together as a community. And why not planning the whole festival as a community? And that's why we came upon the thought organizing an X night, dedicating an X night around our guiding theme, Reclaim the Future. And yeah, who else than you, a diverse community of people from all over the world, can really support us and create an experience which is really outstanding. And the format we are doing this today that we chose is called a World Cafe. Markus, will you please go to the next slide? So what is a World Cafe? It's actually a premiere. It's the first time that we run an X night, which is not a talk, that is a collaborative workshop. And this is meant, this is the reason why you're doing is to invite you on the journey over the next 8 months until November. This is the kickoff today. This will be a collaborative workshop. And like many things we have done, it's also an experiment with an open outcome. We'll see what's gonna happen. Markus, will you please go to the next slide? We will now introduce the rules for you as maybe one of the first so-called world cafes that take place in virtual reality. As we said in the beginning, Anna and myself and my team, we have done a lot of world cafes in real life before, but we have not done that so often in virtual reality. And part of what we are experiencing today is, does that actually work? How does that format feel? How can it create results in a virtual reality environment? And these are the rules. We have 60 minutes, and we will split into 4 groups. You will stay in your group over the course of the 60 minutes, and you will you will rotate through 4 different stations, and each station is dedicated to one discussion. And Anna will talk about the topics in a second. Regarding the timing, each round lasts exactly 7 minutes. Anna and me, we will give the signal, and then you rotate to the next station, to the next topic of discussion. And this process of transitioning, therefore you got 3 minutes to take a breath, chat with your teammates, and enjoy the warm sun here in our beach environment. After the 4th round, we have an 8-minute break, where you can dive into the sea, look at the corals, and in this period of time, in these 8 minutes, your session host, which you will meet, will prepare a short recap of the 4 discussions, so we will all have in the end a clear understanding of what was discussed in the station rounds. So Anna, what are the topics? Markus, next slide, please.
Yeah, don't worry too much about the mechanics. We will take care of that. Your job is more to bring your input, your perspective on the topics onto the whiteboards, because that is the co-creation part of it. We divided the topic Reclaim the Future on 4 spheres that shape the festival. Station 1 is all about content. How should our guiding theme, Reclaim the Future, shape the festival's program? Meaning sessions, meaning topics, meaning persons, projects. Station 1 is color green. Station 2 is all about community. My topic. How should Reclaim the Future influence the way we meet, we interact, and we collaborate during and maybe even before and after the festival with each other? It's the blue station, number 2. Station number 3 is the festival journey. How should the guiding theme shape the participant journey through the festival? From first touch, getting the invitation, reading on LinkedIn, wherever, during the whole journey, onboarding, getting to the sessions, documentation, whatever comes to your mind on that topic. That will be the red one. And number 4, you see they have numbers, so it's easy to take the round. You just hop onto the next number. Station 4 is legacy and impact. Because within the last festivals, we already had this thought there must be some kind of impact, or we were longing for that, some kind of legacy, to some kind of manifesto, some kind of joint mission that lasts not only during the festival, but maybe has a lasting impact, message maybe. So what lasting impact should this year's IMMERSIVE X create? We would like to thank our 4 session hosts that will take care of your discussion and documentation and present the topics afterwards here on stage. Marlene, Stephanie, Gerald, and Christoph. Applause. Thank you so much.
For those who are standing in the background, I would really ask to move a little bit closer to the stage. We have some empty seats in the front row, and it is important that everyone is seated right now. And I want you to do this voluntarily, because otherwise Markus, the wizard, would make you sit with his magical tools.
Nice, nice, nice.
Markus, can you please
So teleport onto the
go to the next slide, please? Talking about legacy, we want that what we do together, the results we achieve, we want that documented, and we want to capture all your contributions and ideas live on whiteboards and through virtual post-it notes. This ensures that nothing, no idea, no thought gets lost. And more importantly, it allows us to translate your ideas into action and share them with the wider community. We are a huge crowd here today, which is really great, but we have more than 1,000 members in our Immersive X community. We are on Discord, and we want to share what we have been working on today after this sessions. What I want to ask you is please make sure to write down your key ideas during the session, and therefore you can use the collaborative tools provided by Engage. So the whiteboard, the post-it notes, the host will give you a small introduction in the beginning. If you are not so familiar with the Engage tools, we also have a small post-it note there where you can practice a little bit. And pro tip at this point, keep it short and simple if you write down an idea or thought on a post-it note. Please, no more than 3, 4, or 5 words maximum per note. That makes it easier for you to write down your ideas and also for us to decipher what you have written.
Good point. Yeah.
So,
keep it short and clear. I think that was a good point because we mentioned this is going to be interactive, and now it's only us talking. I think it's time to go to start actually the first round.
Absolutely.
And come from conversation into the co-creation process. Be aware, everything you put on this whiteboard might be part or has the potential to shape the Immersive X 2026. So you can already think about if you would like to bring it further on, if you like to build an alley with someone in the room to bring this to life. But for now, get into your groups. Will be the first challenge of tonight. As we've said, we will work in 4 groups, ideally more or less similar size. And if you're wondering now which group you belong to, take a look at the color of your seat. Because those who had been following with attention noticed that the colors I've been mentioning for the stations are the same of the cubes. And if you're now sitting on a red cube, the first station for you will be the red one. If you're sitting on a yellow one, yellow will be it. If you're sitting on a blue one will be it. And the green ones logically go to the green one. You'll find the stations. Yeah, if you don't sit, is there anyone who dared not to sit down?
Yes,
no, I don't think so.
Just in the background. Look.
Just follow the crowd and find a group that is the smallest one or with a free seat and just join them spontaneously. You'll find all the groups outside at the beach because we kind of figured that might be the most interesting spot to have these kind of conversations, to have your minds wander around with a nice atmosphere. Chilly. No, there are no drinks, right, Thomas? We forgot about the drinks.
Yeah, maybe Markus can
the wizard.
Some spontaneously. Yeah. All right. So I guess enough talk now about the future. I would say let's reclaim it, and we officially declare the Virtual World Cafe open. Have fun and amongst the next 60 minutes.
Don't come with empty hands. take use of the
So
time and
please-
follow your station host. Exactly. We
Yes.
will follow you soon.
Markus, next slide. Habe ich vergessen. Sorry.
Documentation is important.
Was ist mit den Slide danach? Warte, ich mache die jetzt mal leise. Ne?
Ja, das kommt am Ende in der Abmoderation.
Okay, alles klar.
So, Jungs, wir haben
Hallo,
20:23 Uhr.
Leicht verspätet, leider.
Das
Achso, das war nur eine
heißt,
Kamera, den Gast, den ich da hinten über
ja,
habe. Carlos hat ein bisschen mitgefilmt, ist ja auch nicht schlecht.
super. Müssen wir
gut,
jetzt auf die
doch.
Zeit achten oder?
Ich guck mal, das können wir mit Markus nochmal besprechen. Markus, bist du ansprechbar?
Ja.
Da ist die Uhr.
Ah, super.
Da kommen jetzt ein paar Gäste rein. Ich begrüße die nochmal.
Soll ich?
Perfekt. Let's get started. Markus, kannst du den Timer starten?
In 3 Minuten.
Oder in 1 Minute.
Okay.
Hi, Simeone, please choose.
Perfect. Just teleport on the.
The countdown will start now.
Unfortunately, my headset had some problems tonight, so I'm currently on the computer. Can you tell me how to create a sticky note with a PC?
To be honest, there should also be a menu as it is the same as it is on the headset.
And yes, you need to press escape, and there, you would see the menu. And on the right side, you should see the sticky note as well.
Yeah, okay, I've got it, I think. Okay, thank you.
Or actually, it's on the bottom of the menu. Yeah, it's if you open it.
Yeah.
You found it. Okay, great.
Agnese.
Sì. Hi.
Hi. How did you find it? 'Cause I'm not able to find it. I'm on the app as well.
The ask, and you can see it at the bottom of I have it at the bottom of the screen. I have note.
Oh, I found it. All right.
One towards the right, just to the left of the engage link button to the thing notes, and then you can press create in the top right corner when that pops up, and then you have to stick your content to
Great. So you can put it on the whiteboard if you want. So what comes into your mind when you think about the community as we meet today and talk about how we can make a deep dive on creating together the Immersive X? What tools can we use, for example?
We could play a game.
I get the text on the... I can make a note and I can write text, but I can't get both together.
Can I ask you something?
I think the text belongs in the lower field.
Legacy.
So
You mean
we
something?
created one with a title, but the title was not visible.
How can this
Ah, yeah.
VR in general?
Kai, do you had an idea?
Yeah, we could play games, for example, VR games. That's fun. So like a competition, maybe. Just an idea.
So make gamification part of the program?
Something like Beat Saber, for example. You can have like a group of 4 people and start a competition, and then have like some multiple groups. They play together, and afterwards there's one first place and one second and third, something like that.
Great. So DJ, you have a easily share link, and you are muted. I don't know if you don't want to be heard or.
Nope. Sorry, I thought I had changed that. Yeah, maybe just I was at IMMERSIVE X last year, but I don't remember if there was an easy way to find out attendees' LinkedIn information.
Okay.
Good thing to do, honestly. It's a very general, reflection.
Of course, yeah, definitely. But I think it's a super important comment because the way how things are communicated also, illustrate a bit. And even if we're talking about things that need to be also criticized, like ownership of the metaverse, for example, or stuff, of course, it should be also looking forward to all the things that will happen to us in the future regarding VR and all the stuff regarding the metaverse. So thanks for that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I see here.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yep.
Yes. Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah. I think what I want to say is very follow up on what I just heard. I'd like to have more I'm trying to actually have a note here that I wrote something. Anyway, save the note. I don't know if you can see it. The idea is to optimize. I don't know, somebody's writing on the.
And yes, if you can mute yourself, because otherwise it is coming through. Thank you.
So the idea is to design experiences not only for vision or interaction, but for nervous system regulation. Like two identical XR environment can produce outcomes depending on the state of your nervous system. And every time we design worlds, we need to design for the body that enters those experiences. And so topics like designing the experience, having in mind the state which the experience produces. So designing
Short
for
organizational announcement. We will prolong the first round for 2 minutes because we have realized that you needed some time to get used to the sticky notes, and therefore you got 2 more minutes for round number 1.
Okay. So those were my general ideas, bringing in more a discourse around the physiology of designing immersive experiences. And I'm trying to actually attach the note where, but unsuccessfully. So I just saved it.
Great. I see also other people in our round putting on their sticky notes and with interesting notes on them, cultural and heritage as narratives, perspectives and voices is still empty, so no one puts someone, for example, a person that would be perfect to hold a session or workshop on, but maybe they are coming
I
some
can put
more.
something.
You know,
No, I
great.
can put some. So I can mention, and this is something that I've just heard, and I don't have a lot of details, but there is an initiative that is coming out of Netherlands, and it's Avinash, and I think his company is called We Are VR. But I can check it out. Anyway, they are working on the initiative of preservation. I guess that it's certain type of service that would allow experiences to be ported to different headsets. And because the problem is that a lot of work.
Close enough.
Oh,
And for
okay,
that,
now
I was.
got it. Okay. Yes, I see. And then tuck. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And who is with the journey map? Who wrote that?
That's me.
Elizabeth. Yeah.
I was thinking about my experience. I've only been to IMMERSIVE X one time, and thinking about how it felt overwhelming to think about what was the entire theme. I knew it was about, death. It was part of the theme, but what was the overall theme? I've been spending time in the burner sphere and playing mini golf, and I love the ability to see some of these top-down views. And I'm wondering, the website that invites us to the whole event
Ich kauere hier gerade
is
so.
just
Warum
sort of
eigentlich?
old school lists. What if
All right, so this is the end of round number 1.
Okay, great.
Please, if you are still in discussion, come to an end. Finalize your last post-it note.
I really like
And
that.
then
Take
take a rest for 3 minutes and move on to the next station. Those who are at station 1 at the green station, they move on to station number 2 or red. People who are in the red corner, please move on to the yellow. And the yellows move on to the blues. And the blue people, please move on to the green station.
Let's go.
Come to an end right now and please rotate to the next station.
Bye.
So,
See you later.
Durchsagen in hockender Stellung sind uncool. Yes. The green, you go to the red, over the bridge to the red. Yellow is in the back there, impact and legacy. This is yellow. Yeah. So you move on counterclockwise. Is this the right description? I don't know. Not clockwise, but counterclockwise. Simeone, you move on to the red corner.
There should be.
Yes.
It's not the best. It's not the best.
Red is over here, over the bridge. Follow me.
It's maybe don't do this like the Russians.
Are we in the right place?
How do we go?
I'm gonna go find the.
Yes,
I'm not sure. Yes, we were together.
I think we
Thomas,
lost Dot.
were together. I think that
Hi, Christoph.
we were together in the green, so we should be
I
here,
think
right?
Dot's still searching.
Legacy.
Move on to the red.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I was confused by the law.
All right, I think we are all said and done. I will start the countdown again. Have fun.
there anything already that?
So is this the was this the question that was how can we generate visible and shareable outcomes originally, and now we're sort of looking at it's been moved into impact and legacy, because that's sort of what you're talking about, outcomes or.
Yeah, it goes in that direction. Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a more broader
Yeah, it can be, you know, like
Yes.
VR chats and some groups,
So, but yeah,
always
it's
have
this
like
direction. Yes.
what we call world hopping party. Like
What's the prompt question?
to do it every.
The fourth question is.
I got a little bit lost.
That's all right. That's all right. The fourth question is, what can we do to generate a lasting impact after the Immersive X? What can we do to create during the Immersive X, which will remain after the Immersive X? Or how can we motivate people beyond the Immersive X to create stuff, to change stuff, or reshape the future?
I mean, my first response is it's obvious that we record stuff, and I know we already do that. You know, we sort of get 2D digital recordings, but going further than that, the first thing that jumped to mind was, it sounds funny, but it was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. The thought jumped in my mind is like a T-shirt. I know that sounds so stupid, but what's something that could, I don't know, be merged into IRL as something that is part of remembering. I remember I went to an event one time and they spoke about one way to have lasting impact from going to an event was that you have an object or some actual physical thing that you have after the event.
Yeah,
so I don't know. That's
not an
just
idea.
what jumps to mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but.
That didn't sound stupid at all. I thought that was a great
I
idea.
love that.
Okay.
What if it says
did you wanted to say something?
Oh, that
Yeah,
might
what
be
would
a
it
little
say?
far-fetched. I was like typing like establish ourselves into politics. So, you know, virtual reality gets more recognition, and it's, in my opinion, it's very important for the future and should be looked at. My friend has like a magazine about it, like she's writing one right now, and this is just what came to mind. Maybe politics is a bit far-fetched, but yeah, that's just what came to my mind.
I think that there is a need for more practical sessions that I find very useful, and some of them can be. Let me bring the second out. For example, it can be a world-building hackathon in Engage that can happen during the festival, because Engage has a lot of tools that allow to build in real time. That would allow people to collaborate and create something, not only talk about creation, but actually do something. And also B2B speed dating in VR. Meaning that where is that? Oh, I probably deleted it. Sorry. I have to put it back.
Okay, thank you, Alina. Next of you, who wants?
Well, I stick the note, and what we're doing today is actually, to me, a pretty good idea. I like to divide people into smaller groups or even smaller rooms, settings, and everything, and ask them to discuss relevant topics, and then bring this to the larger audience, let's say. So something similar to what we're doing today, I think it would work very well.
What was your note, Agnes?
Yeah, the pink one, identify topics and ask smaller groups to discuss them.
Okay, good.
Not very clear note, I'm sorry, but it's pink.
Yeah. B2B speed dating is a little bit like this one. An hub to meet people.
Yeah, but it's a little bit more assigned, because when you a little bit more organized, because if you just have a hub and it's open for mingling, it very quickly stays open if there is no moderator or somebody who is arranging that. If you have a certain process when it's specifically almost like tables and you do short 5-minute conversations introducing each other, then people can actually find who they are interested to talk to without a mediator. In a way, people get really confused very quickly. It's hard in VR to understand who is who, and they just leave. So that's just my experience.
This is more processed. This
Yes,
speed
it's
dating.
like more
Yeah.
with the rules and with the moderator who can keep the timing going.
Alina, could you write a short note where you underline that there's a process with the moderator? That would be great. Yeah. And
Gerald?
anyone else? Yes.
Gerald, yes, I'm here. I created a note, which is still very large. Can you put it on the...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Put it to the whiteboard.
Yeah.
No,
Is it on
it's fine.
whiteboard? Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know how
So
to do that?
No.
Is it I do this for you. Wait.
Okay,
I
thank you.
can't. I can't. No.
I unlocked it for you.
No, you must do that. It's this. To grab it? Wait.
Time is running out, guys. We will switch to the new places in 5 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. So did you get it? Okay, thank you.
Please
So
switch to the next places, to next stations. Blue will switch to green, green will switch to red, red will switch to yellow, and yellow will switch to blue.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gerald.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
Ciao, Gerald.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Now look at this. Look at this dynamic rotation after some disorientation. Maybe in round number 1, there is a real flow here. It seems like everybody is already in place. So you have another minute or two to get comfortable with the new sea view wherever you are. And then we continue with round number 3. Markus will tell when we start the next round. But as I said, take a deep breath and then we'll continue.
Yeah, hi there. I'm
So as it looks like everyone is at his station now, everyone is ready, so I will start the countdown again. Have fun.
Community.
Community, yeah, this is this station about. And we are looking at how we can connect before, during, and after the Immersive X, like we do tonight or today here, and what could be improved or rethought. Whatever comes into your mind.
Well, I could piggyback.
Wow, what's that?
Sorry. I could piggyback off a great idea Elizabeth had in the last session. You talked about a library or archive. What if there were also some kind of I know everybody hates the word networking, but a collaboration circle connected to that. But the way we approach this is the exact opposite of the way the real world seems to do it, which is what can I get from networking? It's what is my superpower? What can I give? What do I do that might help to build the world and reclaim the future? That might be a thought. And Venus, you asked me about what the t-shirt might say. What if it said empowered IRL or something like that?
if you want to write it down.
Embodied
Really?
IRL. Oh, that's your note from up there. Okay.
Yeah,
Steph,
it's
there's another
shrunk on
note
me,
that's
sorry.
up with impact that Dot wrote, which it does really fit into this piece here, into community. Embodied. We talked about having a T-shirt, IRL merchandise at the last station. And also this crosses over with Festival Journey a little, as I brought up the Area X Hub, which we've spoken about a few times. Having a community space during the festival, I think, is something that, we're obviously know that that's needed.
And Agnese,
I
which
wonder
experience that
if
was
it would be
in
good to
adding an
have a
item?
way of connecting with people with specific skill sets. Like, for instance, I'm just getting started.
Even design it more freely with a kind of coffee bar or a drinking place to meet people. And last but not least, one had the idea to create a visual journey map to give a better orientation in the place Immersive X, like in Walkabout Mini Golf, if you know that you're traveling to the sky and looking down to the area to give a better orientation. This is what people before you said. I would like to ask you to take a sticky note, to write your own sticky note, and then put the sticky note here in this part of the whiteboard, and then we will place it. Okay for you? We have still 3 minutes. Sorry.
Jens, could you explain what you put on the sticky note there, if you want to?
Yes, for sure. I've just noticed that it's still very attractive to get to understand human creativity that's happening in our real world, and it attracts quite a lot of people, and role models are being created by the sports people, or people that have a very special physical skill. And I've been diving deeply into 4D capture lately, and there is a way of actually dragging or putting these experiences of people dancing or having a magical act being done, or sports movements. You have this in a virtual experience, in a virtual world experience, especially now with the Gaussian splatting 4D GS, as it's called. We need a 4D stage for that, but there are a huge amount of experiences already captured that could be showcased.
Okay. So just like okay. I think
I mean, there
nice.
There are several people that are not here anymore. Musicians, for instance, that were still performing in a 4D stage, but they are not anymore longer with us. So that would be covering legacy, for instance.
Would like to join, but had no spot free to sign up.
Okay. Yeah, next, you, DJ Smith.
I had this one here, which is like a recap reel after the event of highlights.
Okay. That's it. And this one, who wrote this one? These ones?
I think they were there before. I think they just accidentally got moved.
Okay, I see. Then I have to rearrange it. Yeah. And Kai, for example, you want to share your ideas?
I'm still typing. My idea was like that we can have like some kind of as everyone creates a tilt brush artwork, and then we, at the end of the conference, we present our own artwork afterwards. So there's also the open free version, Open Brush, I think it's called. And maybe we can even set up a world where we all import it into one, and then walk through this kind of exhibition we did.
Oh.
Ofi is. Show, okay. And
I love this idea.
Who of you, yeah. Any other ideas? No, that's it. Great. Then we have just 30 seconds. I will arrange it a little bit and have a look what is over here. Visual journey map. Okay, was
Be fed more and to keep it active. Discord server is hard to keep active. It's because most Discord users have like 50 servers in their list.
Yeah.
And so how to get some action in the server and potentially have people feeling that
So
there's not a
guys,
community
time is
vibe there.
over.
It's tricky, but
The blue group will be going to the green group. The green group will be going to the red group. The red group will be going to the yellow group. And the yellow group will be going to the green group. And here is Thomas for an announcement.
It's hard to believe, but it's already our last round, the fourth and last round for today's World Cafe in VR. So you have one more chance now for today to bring in your own thoughts, your own ideas. And please bear in mind, when you brainstorm, when you discuss, focus on our guiding theme, reclaim the future. Of course, you're invited to bring in every idea, and brainstorming every idea is welcome, but please bear in mind, we want to focus in this World Cafe on our guiding theme, reclaim the future. So for one more time, get ready, make yourself comfortable, be nice to your host, and we'll start
Hello,
with
nice
the fourth and final round.
Lovely.
Brace yourself, the countdown will start now.
Okay, lovely. Now, so you all landed here at Impact and Legacy. That includes everything that is like after the event, after Immersive X. How can we still reshape the future, or reclaim the future after the event? How can we create something which has a legacy? So there are also already a few ideas on the board, but if you have anything more than that, feel free to write it down.
What comes into your mind thinking about the community? You want to share with us?
One thing I would like, we were discussing it at CPH Docs, is a place in which we talk about the immersive experience we just did or we saw or anything. I know that we all do that when we are at festivals, but why don't do it even in this context, like when you go to the movies after you discuss the movie all together? So maybe like a place in which we discuss immersive experiences we saw.
So like a community place?
Very good idea.
Like a fake theater or something in which we go and just we talk together about the immersive experience.
Just say something without having a look at the things that are already written, because then if you mention something that is already written on the board, it should be important.
Yep. So I think for me, the first thing when I looked at Reclaim the Future, I thought what a paradox it was. You know, it's actually a paradoxical phrase, because how can you reclaim something that hasn't happened? And so that made me think, and Thomas did mention it about, you know, it speaks to what has been stolen from us, or what has been repressed, or what has been predetermined by the current system. And so I thought, okay, in terms of festival journey, I don't know if that's this station or not, but, you know, are we going to look at what have we lost, or what has been stolen, or what has been repressed, so that then we can go, well, okay, recognizing that, how do we move forward into choreographing and shaping the future? It may not be necessary to do that. It might just be great to stay totally on the positive side of things. Like over here, I see less world issues and problems and more positive examples of what people are doing in the field.
Become part of the discussion.
Ooh, a TV
I agree very much.
show.
TV show, yeah.
Okay.
On VR chat, you can take videos. You can like even have avatars with motion tracking.
Yeah, creating
and,
smaller groups. Like imagine what we're doing
people
here today.
organize that.
If we were to do it,
We can take part of it and take some
sense of the
videos and then
so
make
what is
and
happening?
maybe have some discussions about
And yes,
Immersive X,
using
what we
the
experienced
content
here.
as a
So as an
icebreaker
end
for
session.
to go past the topic and
Okay.
the felt sense. But I think the networks are always out of the picture every time we are in a setting.
So yeah, that's a really interesting idea. It's also quite
And bringing it forward,
complicated,
with
but
small
still
groups
it's an
could have-
option.
could be,
It's not
through
so
breathwork,
complicated, I think.
through
I
arriving
did it
together,
once myself.
like ways to mix
okay.
the
On
well-being
VR chat it's possible, you can record
the
quite
XR
easily.
experience within the community.
Of course, you need like to guide the people through the show. You need a nice host and some maybe nice games to play or nice performances to show. And some topics you discuss about. Yeah, I have to think about this before, of course. And yeah.
Okay, so
There's
that's
even-
something which would be in addition to Immersive X, and or like during the Immersive X.
During Immersive X, maybe more at the end, for example, because we know each other then. We some people can maybe build discussion rounds, like a round table, and talk about it shortly, mixing it with game events, something like that. So
Okay.
some fun part as well. It's not too boring, not like just talking heads, but some fun parts as well.
Lovely.
Fast you can tip on your keyboard. So, someone else to add from your side? Maybe Alina, do you have something in mind?
Yeah, sorry, I disconnected for a second, so I had to rejoin. I think that I already put that in the festival journey, but I think that first of all, the more practical session, but also for some community sessions, for example, it's really good to have a moderated format, because very often I see in VR people kind of gather in the space, but because they don't recognize the avatars, it's harder to establish communication. They kind of mingle a little bit and leave. So any process that would allow people to break the ice, start the conversation, and do the short introductions so they can find those who are relevant for them would be a great community process.
So in front of every session, or
No, if for example there are sessions where you come for a certain type of speaker, but maybe there are also opportunities to have more community-led sessions where you're coming to meet other people. But this is not just a space that is open 24/7, because usually those spaces are left empty, to be honest. Kind of people come and they don't see anyone, or somebody's already having the conversation. So having moderated experience, for example, changing the
Ladies
seats
and
or changing
gentlemen,
the table,
dear Metanauts,
is
time is up.
much better.
This was the fourth and final round of our virtual World Cafe.
Meetups
You will
on
have a
specific
short
topics.
break,
I think this is
8 minutes, until we continue. In the meantime, our station hosts will prepare
Okay.
a short
Thank you,
3-minute recap of the key insights of the 4 discussions, and they will take us through. We will meet in 8 minutes at the green station, and then we move on and hear the recaps of the session hosts. So in the meantime, take a break, have a look at the corals, go for a swim, or talk to your teammates. And again, you see the clock counting down. In 7 minutes and 10 seconds, we'll meet here at the content station for our final recaps rounds. See you in 7 minutes. Markus, kannst du zum Gerald rübergehen?
Africa VR Campus and Center is part of this. He might be somebody who would do something of that nature.
So how do you do a fashion show in VR? Like to showcase avatars?
I think it would depend, on the platform, I guess. I was thinking about VR chat for me, because you can have so much creativity in your avatar and so much self-expression. That's the platform I would see it more in. And that can be very flashy as well, so it sort of becomes a bit of a show, potentially, like a dance show, or, so it's not just a catwalk. Like maybe it's a little creative expression.
But what is also interesting regarding the fashion show is also, again, I mentioned it. Design of your clothes and fashion in the VR space you are in is still limited to some things, and the things that limits are the people designing the space in a way, and this is definitely a big way of how power structures are involved in the VR space. And I think that's also, I also wrote it down, power structures as topics or a topic generally, because that's a thing I find super interesting. The way of talking, being yourself and being somehow free is still connected to some limitations in a way, and especially when it comes to fashion, but also branding and brands, how brands position themselves in the metaverse. Yeah, super nice one.
Yeah, and I think power structures is a great one to look at in terms of reclaiming the future, because if you look at the current power structures that we have, it's not working. You know, so what different power structures could we imagine where we have more harmony and peace in the world?
Yeah.
What if you actually had a workshop designing fashions for the avatars? What makes you feel empowered? What is your superpower? What is your
So, for those who are still out for a swim, please come back and join the green station that we can proceed with our program, with our last part of today, the recap session. So everybody please join the green station, which is the first content station that we can proceed in 2 minutes.
So,
Wow, this whiteboard is impressive.
Yeah, we tried our best.
We too, but not that structured.
Markus? Wie heißt die Funktion bei Engage, die wir jetzt nutzen? Nochmal.
Das Aufzeichnen, Special Aufzeichnen, Special Recording.
Und
okay.
wie ist es bei dir so? So, wir haben den gleichen Avatar, nur verschiedene Farben an.
Ja, das kann gut sein.
Ja, ging so. Ich hatte als Table-Host hätte ich vorher eine kurze Session gebraucht, wie man Engage genau bedient. Da fehlte mir die Vorbereitungszeit.
Mach mich schon mal laut.
Beschreibt, klebt und so, aber es ging, hat Zeit.
Ist laut.
Bei dir?
Okay, while we wait for Christoph and Gerald to join, I want to welcome you again for our final round, the recaps. I'd like to make a short announcement. We would like to record the recaps so it is easier for us to analyze the results. This will be a spatial recording. Some of you might know this feature of Engage. So it's not only a voice recording, it's a spatial recording of the actual session. Just to let you know, we do this because it's easier for us to document all the findings, that nothing gets lost. I already want to thank you for your contribution. Looking at the whiteboards, really colorful, really cool ideas. And let's go into details now. I would hand it over to Marlene for a short 3-minute recap of the content station and the ideas. Marlene.
Yes, so then I will start right away. So as you can see, we structured our whiteboard first the topic related stuff, but also session types or formats and perspectives and voices that could be interesting. And of course there are a lot of sticky notes on the whiteboard, but to sum up, we discussed of course that we should or want to have a positive vibe, positive content when it comes to the program, but also stuff like talking about the future, that we also consider the past but also the present and learn from current stuff, and also how to deal with things that happen and influence us or are influencing us at the moment in the future, and how we could also change those things in a way. So for example, here on the left, talking about the future without knowing the future, of course, this is very interesting. This is more general. These are the general things we've discussed, but we have also like super specific things on the whiteboard here. For example, potential topics could be psychology and behavior in VR, especially how those things are developing, but also the design of the spaces, design of the experience, cultural heritage, or also stuff like how different individual experiences are. Data protection, power structures were mentioned, how different platforms have different power structures. A lot of things, as you see. We talked about art in VR, and there I will also hand over to the session types. For example, formats or possible session types could be exhibitions in VR, art exhibitions that deal with the topic of reclaiming the future, but also a fashion show, how to have like power structures when it comes to the design of spaces, the design of your avatars, but also the fact of watching 3D movies on big screens and together and talk about it afterwards, or have 360 VR video content to watch together and share impressions afterwards, creation workshops. All those things were mentioned as formats and session types next to the classic presentations. And to sum it up, we already also collected some more general perspectives or possible voices. For example, have some developers in the VR industry with us in the program, but also professionals in the area of AI and stuff like this. So I hope I'm not too much over the 3 minutes. This
not
was...
at all.
Okay, great. I try my best to be fast, but this was what we've discussed, and it was super nice. And you see, super also interdisciplinary areas that are specific, but also some are more general, and all of them are were part of our discussion talking about contents of the upcoming Immersive X. So thanks for listening.
Thank you, Marlene. Great summary. I think I can already say I think we have to expand the festival to 6 days, looking at all these great ideas. But I will be killed by my closer teammates for making this suggestion. Thank you very much. Great input. Any questions or comments to Marlene?
Or additions from the group? Someone? Something
to share
important missing?
Was not mentioned in my summary, please feel free to share it now. I try to summarize the most of it, but
as I said, nothing gets lost. You had to focus, you had to stick to the 3 minutes. But as I said in the beginning, we will share everything after this session. So thanks very much, Marlene. So let's please move on to station red, station number 2. And then we hear from Gerald about your ideas for the festival journey.
Okay, then welcome for the recap of our theme, the festival journey. The question was, how can we make clear or let participants experience our motto, our claim, reclaim the future? And we organized the results in 3 lines. our whiteboard is organized in lines. We have two main drivers, and we organize in the top line, in the second line from top, and a kind of collection in the bottom line. And the top two drivers to let people experience, reclaim the future, is something like we do tonight. We have a World Cafe, and people can experience what extended reality is all about because they are working in it. We are living in extended reality, and this is what we understand under reclaim the future. And read by yourself. People suggest workshops like tonight, design interactive events, or let people experience the potential of XR. This cuts it very short. Practical sessions of co-creation, all that stuff. Even a competition with world building in VR chat, or creating artworks with tilt brush kind of exhibition. Well, this is the first driver. The second driver, second line, is to bring people together. It's all about reclaim the future. Is bring people together and let them build a network. Could be through an Area X hub like a coffee bar or a mini restaurant place, a more informal site to meet each other. It could even be organized B2B speed dating, organized through a moderator and processes. It could even be a hackathon. And we could identify topics and ask smaller groups to discuss them in front of others. So these are the two main drivers to bring our motto, reclaim the future, to life. And the third line, excuse me, is a mixture of single ideas, like a visual journey map, like in Walkabout Mini Golf, where you can bring yourself into the sky and look down to the whole area and let people understand how Immersive X is organized through a journey map. And that is to cut this short. I want to save a minute for my predecessor. And thank you very much. This was Reclaim the Future, how to experience it. Thank you.
Wow, I love the ideas. Thank you so much. Great work, guys.
Yeah, thanks to Gerald for
super inspiring.
sunning this up. Great. And then let's move immediately on to the yellow station, Impact and Legacy. And to Christoph, our station host.
Yes.
Lovely. So, there are a few different clusters here at Impact and Legacy. We got a more archive sort of approach, we got a more people approach, and some more visual recordings. So to get through those, that one thing would be like a world list, like every wonderful worlds we are visiting during the Immersive X, that those are gathered and in one place so that they are shareable, so everybody can say, hey, I saw something really cool at Immersive X, I want to show you that. Also, those key lessons, that those are recapped and put together, so maybe also through a press release, getting those out there. And moving on to the people, that's a very important part. One idea was the reflection after party, so that we meet a few weeks or months after Immersive X and think about what action did we take to reclaim the future? What did we do? How was our experience with that? So there are also a few more ideas around that, how to keep the people together, to keep the discussion going. Yes. Also, how to get all those interesting people you meet during the Immersive X, how to connect with those, to create an impact with those people you met. Also, different approaches to how to get a recording of those sessions, from like a plain recording of everything, to inviting more YouTubers who also record the event and creating their own videos about it, or having a own TV show during the end of Immersive X, which recaps all those lessons learned and put it in a more humorous way. And also the ideas could be put together in a the name for it was a publishing house, so those ideas doing panels or something like that can be put into text and getting out there. And one thing at the end, just a question: who would be ready for Immersive X merch? That was also an idea. So everybody can take something home and be reminded on how to reclaim the future.
Thanks very much, Christoph, and thanks to you for contributing all these great ideas. Any remarks? Any questions? Any additional comments to this station, Impact and Legacy? So, just hearts, Anna.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you for bringing those ideas up. I'm curious what we're gonna make out of them.
Me too. So then let's move on directly to the last station and to Stephanie's recap on community issues.
Okay, community issues. Yeah, as you see, this whiteboard may not have many sticky notes, and there aren't clear clusters, like as my co-hosts have, but don't let that fool you. The exchange and ideas were great, and I had the chance to capture them in my memory. This is my great superpower, and now I'd like to share them with you. And yeah, in our group, we explored how the festival scene can shape the way we meet, interact, and collaborate as a community. And one key insight is that people want more shared experiences and more ways to connect with each other as a real community. And this includes both perspectives, the human connection, and for example, playful social activities that bring people and us as a community together, and professional exchange, like sharing ideas and skills and individual superpowers. That was a word that was dropped, and I really like it. And they're finding ways to support each other as a community. And there is also a wish to experience some sessions in smaller groups where people can more easily share their thoughts and feelings, and activity shape the experience together. And this points towards more interactive formats and better reflects the idea of reclaim the future, which is the topic of the Festival of the Year. And yeah, overall, there's a strong wish to create more opportunities for this during the festival itself. And this could mean creating visible and inviting community space, but also offering more facilitated community sessions that actively bring people together around shared interests. So moderated sessions where you can meet in a meetup for a special topic. And at the same time, people also want better ways to connect before and after the event, there is a clear need for a platform where the people can share more about themselves, their interests, and what they are looking for, and their superpowers, where they can easily find and connect with like-minded people. And it is still open what the right tool or platform it should be. A very emotional discussion about that, and whether it's Discord or the festival websites and profiles on this or something totally else, but the shared need for ongoing connection and exchange is very clear. So this was my summary of this topic.
Wow, thank you so much, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Impressive. And I really like how this standing together, coming together, standing together, building community really is kind of a red thread through all the topics. So thank you so much.
So, Anna, I don't know how about you, but my head explodes in a positive way.
Yes.
We only to listening to the recap sessions has been so inspiring. Thank you very much to all of you for taking part in this experiment. And one main takeaway for me, Anna, I don't know what you think, is that we really need to make Immersive X a little bit more of a participatory journey in terms of formats. We are a little bit frontal in terms of formats. We have a lot of talks, a lot of panel discussions, which is great, but we had in the past only few workshops like this, and I don't know how you see it, but I find this for me, it's a format. I said it's an experiment, but I'm curious to your feedback. But it really feels good to somehow do a World Cafe, an interactive workshop like this in VR. And the results, I think, prove us right.
Speak for themselves. And somehow we brought the right people in here, and you can see, Thomas, I think you're not the only one feeling that way.
Yes, and therefore I can already announce that we will have definitely more participatory formats at this year's Immersive X, where it was one of your ideas, maybe doing a World Cafe on our guiding theme. So this is something I think to me it's already been decided this evening based on this experience. So thank you very much. Thank you to all the hosts, to Marlene, Stephanie, Gerald, and Christoph for guiding us through, and also Anne. Thank you for you to co-hosting this session.
Thank you, Thomas, and thank you, Marcus, for being our stage wizard, master of all technical stuff. That was awesome. And I think that was not the last one until Immersive X to come together.
Yes, sure. And we will keep you posted on how we proceed, what we do with the results. It might be the case that we ask people to join small groups where we work on certain topics, which we want to continue. Then you are, of course, invited to proceed the journey which we started today. But we will share the results and then also share how we proceed. So just to close this session, a few announcements. Marcus, can you please go to the next slide? So that you can see the dates. On Sunday, I want to point you to the Police Awards, a really important event taking place on site in New York. If you are around in New York, in Manhattan, you can still buy tickets. This is organized by our dear friends Helen and Ben Irvin. If you are not in New York, Immersive X will host a watch party in VR chat You will receive all the details on LinkedIn and on Discord. And there's also a watch party hosted by Paige Danzinger in Engage. So you are really very much invited to see this great event, to follow this great event on Sunday. I also want to point you to our next X Night on April 9th, which will be co-hosted by the Africa VR Campus and Center. Paul Wayaki will be in a conversation with Dr. Nick Ware on his journey. This will be taking place in Fortel Reality. Shout out to DJ Smith, who is here tonight. He's co-hosting, and also co-host will be the Matrix Group, healthcare communication company. And also I want to point you to an experience that will be taking place in April. IMMERSIVE X is a partner of the Bright Festival in Italy, which is about immersive art. We will have 2 sessions that will be also that you can join remotely, taking place in the art chat, and also showcases that you can have access from Italy in Florence, but also through a exhibition hall created by Shushu and Nico. So there's much ahead coming up in the next 2 months, and we are really looking forward to see you again. Thanks for tonight. Really appreciate your participation. And one last announcement. The registration for IMMERSIVE X 2026 is already open. If you already created your profile, your account, you can just reserve your seat. It's just 2 clicks or maybe 3. You don't have to apply for an invite anymore, because we all know you already. You're part of our community. But yeah, please save your seat by visiting our website. And yeah, really looking forward to continue this journey with you. Thank you to you all, and have a nice day wherever you are.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.